So to begin with, ending extreme poverty, boosting shared prosperity are the bottom line. And we're going to get there through three main pathways. The first is to accelerate inclusive and sustainable economic growth. This has always been the core of our activities. The second, by investing more in human capital. And the third, by fostering resilience to global shocks and threats like climate change, forced displacement, et cetera. So 2 goals, 3 ways to get there. So on the first, we have to be much more creative about fostering the right kind of economic growth. There are trillions and trillions of dollars of funds that currently are earning very little, looking for higher returns, and we think that the opportunities for public-private partnerships in the emerging markets could substantially boost global economic growth. We have to put the deals together that will attract those funds to emerging markets and even to the poorest countries. So if technology does lead to fundamental transformations in the kinds of jobs available in developing countries, we have to increase our focus on the second major pillar in pursuit of the twin goals, and that is investing in people. It's hard to overstate the urgency of making more and more effective investment in people. I believe that it will determine the very future of nation states. We have to find a way to encourage leaders to see that these investments will not only lead to inclusive economic growth, but will also establish the social foundations that can act as a bulwark against instability, violence, and conflict. The number of refugees are at historic highs. The climate's in distress. And we face the prospect of pandemics that could cost millions of lives and trillions of dollars. I believe that the World Bank Group can play a much larger, more critical role in building resilience to these multiple shocks, both in developing countries, but also for the world as a whole. So our third pillar, then, is a much expanded role for the World Bank Group in fostering resilience in client countries against some of the most severe shocks that threaten to roll back decades of progress in poverty alleviation. Now, to be clear, the World Bank Group is not going to be the world's first responder on any of these issues. We're not going to directly intervene in pandemics. We're not going to be directly involved in humanitarian response. Our role is to take the work upstream and bring innovative financial tools, again, tools that the wealthy use every day, that can reduce the magnitude of disasters or even prevent them from happening in the first place. That's our job. Today, I've outlined what I think we exist to do. If we didn't exist, we'd have to invent ourselves. But we do exist. And I believe that we are ready and we're fit for purpose to tackle the world's most complex challenges. We have to raise our hand. We have to reach a new level of seriousness. When we do reach that new level of seriousness, finally, our aspirations for the poor will meet the aspirations of the poor. Thank you very much.